YouTube, it's Maddie, the Empty Nest Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by. If it's your first time, I hope you enjoy the content. And if you do, I hope you'll consider subscribing at the end of the video. So today I'm coming back to you with my Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolors. Many of you have this. Not to worry, I'm not going to watercolor for you today. And, pretty much I'm sure that the last one was just like watching paint dry. No pun intended, yes. So here are the colors if you're not familiar with this paint. And, oops. And you can see them here. So I pulled them out because they are an item in my craft room that I wanted so badly at the time, and I received this many years ago, and I'm ashamed to say that it is something that I've had here, as I said, for some time, but barely touched. So I decided to pull them out and see if I liked them, see if I wanted to keep them, see what I could make with them. So the answer was yes, I like them. Yes, I want to keep them, but I don't like what I made with them. So I'm going to share with you, here is just some watercolor effect with a little bit of blending. Here I made this with the cleanup from the first one, and then I added a little paint, sort of came out like a mess. Here I have some watercoloring that I did on one of my favorite stamps called Beautiful Flowers. I believe it's Simon Says stamp if you like it. I got that stamp many years ago, and this one I actually do like the way it came out. There you are, if you need a close-up on that one. So 4 attempts and one item that I like. And last, I have this one, same thing, one of my favorite stamps that I've had for a very long time, but I'm just not happy with the result. So what to do? Do I throw them away? Do I figure out, is there a way I can make them work for me and make something that I am happy with? Well, we're going to find out together. I'm going to put these aside and work with them one at a time. I messed around with my supplies and came upon what I felt was something that I could live with for each of these cards. So here's just a card base, and I'm just going to see how that looks here. And one of my favorite super easy things to do when I have something that I am not super loving, I think I'll go this way. I have a number of these Lawn Fawn super large die cuts. This one is stacked 3 or 4 times, and what I do is, if I have a project that I am not super happy with, I throw a giant die cut on it and see if I can live with that. And I kind of thought, that's not bad with that die cut covering it, and so that's what I'm going to do. Let's see, do I like it better this way, the way I had it the first time? I think I do. So I'm just going to, oh, no tape left in this one. Lovely. So I'm just going to put down some tape. And then what I pretty much always do is add some liquid glue on top. And this way, when I put it down and it is not in the exact right spot that I'm hoping for with an even edge around, I have some wiggle room time. Plus, I feel like it keeps it super secure with the glue and the tape. And hopefully that works out and nothing has fallen apart when the card arrives. So here we are with the first project. Save the item project management. And you know, it is not rocket science, but it does do the trick. So let's just flatten that out for a minute while I put glue on the back of the die cut. And that would complete my first problem project. So if you guys heard that, my dog came down. He is a mischievous fella, so I'm hoping that he lets me continue. If I was smart, I would have closed the door to my craft room, but here we are. So if any of you saw my most recent craft room tour, he decided to come and join. He knocked around the camera. He tore up paper towels, which is his favorite hobby. Yeah, it's not your typical craft room tour. It's more like adventures in wobbly cameras, thanks to my fur baby. So let me just add a tiny bit more. Okay. So here we are with the die cut ready. And let's see if we can center that reasonably well. Bless you, Jake. Yeah, a little sneezy there. Yeah. Okay. Put some weight. Oh, do I really think that's straight? Okay. A little bit of glue got out from behind, so I'm hoping it's not too shiny when that dries. I did use the Barely Arts, and I do find that it is shiny when it dries. Jake, oh my goodness. You guys can't see, but he is pawing at me. He is pawing at me. Jakey, Jake. Jakey, Jake. What? What? Okay, so that's project one. I'll leave that aside for he's on this side. What, do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Do you want to come up here? You do? You don't? Nope. Okay. Yes, you do? Can you guys see him? I don't think so. Well, okay. Go ahead. Go upstairs, baby. Go. Go. Yeah. All done. Attaboy. Okay. So, project two. We have the Same thing to start. We've got a little, oh, is that not a base? I thought that was a card base that I had, but it is not. It's just a panel. So let me go grab a card base real quick. I'll let you see this one while I'm gone, and when I get back, we'll start the next one. Okay. Here we go with card number 2. So, going to put this aside. That you take a look at this. This one is, I believe, the same size as the card base. Actually, there's a little bit of white showing through. I'm going to trim that off right now. So we can make that work. Oh, I know. We don't have to trim it off right now. I'll tell you why. What I decided for this one, it was to make something with a little help from one of these full panel dies. And right here, I think it helps a lot already. And then I'll show you the next part of my plan was to have my focal point here. And I will take a look at it the other way around in case I like it better. Because decision making is not my strong suit. Let's see, I do like it better this way. So it's going to be something like that. And then I'm going to put this little guy that I had colored with alcohol ink quite a bit of time ago, and see if this creation is something that I like a little bit better. So here we go. So basically the common theme here is, you know, why don't we just hide the background a little bit more, and then it's not so, oops, that pulled off the paper, and then it's not so bothersome. So that's my plan. That's what I'm gonna do. Of course, now I don't remember which way the panel was going, but we'll figure that out before we press it down. Feel like I'm running low on glue. So I'll have to maybe pick up a different panel for the next. Okay, a different glue for the next part. Yeah, I had the blue on top. That's what I like the best. Okay, so I'm going to place that down closest to covering everything as I can, but it won't matter so much because I believe the trellis will cover it. So let's hold that down, put this aside, this glue that has almost nothing left, and pull another little glue to see if, let's put that here so you can see, and pull another little glue that may have less problems to squeeze out. In this glue, I have multimedia matte, and it's actually better off that this is the glue I'm going with, because multimedia matte does not dry shiny, and this teeny tiny little spaces to add glue, I fear will likely show some glue. So since it dries matte, I won't have terrible difficulty. So I'm just going to dot some around here, hoping that that's going to be enough. And in the center, where I have that blue circle, that'll have a lot of glue, and I will, be able to make sure the rest is secured down better. Yeah, that's my plan. So tell me, do you have a trick for gluing down die cuts this tiny? Because when I was planning out the card and I felt like this was my best chance at using those backgrounds that I didn't really like very much, I didn't think ahead and say, oh, but those are so difficult to adhere, and now you're having to watch forever dotting little spots of glue everywhere. So I apologize for that, but I would really appreciate if you have little ideas that help with adhering items that have just these teeny tiny spaces. I would love for you to share that with me. That is one of the things that I am constantly trying to figure out. So yes, Jake is still here. He wanted to let you know. But so far, he is not too big of a pest. So we're gonna be happy about that. And let's secure that down as well. This blue circle, I'm gonna put a ton of glue so it helps with adhering that little trellis down. Oh, this is the wrong one. This one is almost empty, and that is just too hard on my hands. I'll have to refill it. I know, Jake, they're very excited that you're here. I know. Okay, here we go. Let's just cover that with glue, and hopefully it will help the rest adhere down. So here we go with that. I actually have not thought much about a sentiment, but I do have two that I pulled for the other cards, and I may pick one of those. I think that might be good. So this guy, I believe, I thought I would pop him up on an action wobbler. There it is. So I have some action wobblers here. This one may be too large, but I can cut it down. I've cut them down before. And if I get around to ordering some more, I will definitely order smaller ones. This was the first time I picked any up, and these are pretty hefty, so I will take note of that next time. But so far, when I've used them, I've been able to make them work. Let's see how much it has to be cut down for this guy. So as you can see, a lot of that action wobbler is showing. So another lesson in what to do when you've got the wrong supplies, or you have to make it work, so to speak. Making it work is one of my, I don't know if I want to say strengths. It's one of the things I get to practice the most, let's put it that way, because I am who I am. So now I'm just trying to cut this down and see if I can fit this wobbler in so that it looks right when it's put together. We'll see about that. We shall see about that. These don't line up exactly, but I'm going to just, good thing about these, you know, Tim Holtz scissors. I know that lots of people have been trying lots of different scissors. Tim Holtz even came out with new scissors. But these little scissors, like, got in here and did, you know, both pieces of this plastic action wobblers without much difficulty, and I do have problems with my hands. So let's see how this measures up. And if I need to cut down some more, and I do need to cut down some more. I'll let you see. We're mostly there, but it is quite a bit off. So going to take off some more and see if that works properly. Let's see. Is this gonna fit? I don't even know if it can get down small enough. Gonna try. And figure it out. I think I can possibly make it work now. So let me just gather up all these little plastic pieces and get them aside. I do also, when I have to cut this down, I do also add some liquid glue to try to make sure that it's adhered properly. Just gonna get rid of that in my trash that I keep on my craft table. So I'm gonna adhere this part next to him first. And I don't even actually know, I don't know if the action wobbler has a top or a bottom that it's supposed to go which way. Not sure at all. And the other thing I don't know is, Jake. Oh my goodness, Jake, he just ate a picture frame. Lovely. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's get rid of that. No. Oh my goodness. So let's see if I can get this release paper off. Feeling very unconfident about it. Pretty tough to release. And I do see that at least it's clear when you take that release off, so we won't see too much. Let's see if this helps. Gonna try. Here it is. Okay, so let's see if I can get this down on my piece in a way that it doesn't show. I better do it this way. Oh, and I better add some glue so that I can move it around if I have to, right? Definitely need to move stuff around. Gonna take off the second release paper. Hopefully that's clear too. And then whatever can be seen will really be very, very minimal, if at all. So let me know if you have trouble with these release papers. This is not usually a problem I have with other release papers. This one just seems to be difficult. Oh, the bottom one was not nearly as difficult as the top one. Okay, so let's add a little glue to this guy and see if he action wobblies into my heart. Oh, got one of those plastic pieces stuck to this antenna. There. Okay. Just got glue all over myself. Have to fix that antenna, I think, somehow, but not today. So I'll let you, let's move him over just a tad, squish him down, and let you take a look. So hopefully I had some trouble, so I apologize for being out of frame. I believe I was out of frame. I'm guessing when I looked up, it was like, oh my goodness. But between the dog eating things in the craft room and problems with the action wobbler, I just had quite a bit of difficulty there just getting that little piece done. So now I'm scrounging for a little bit of foam tape. I think I'm gonna pop up my sentiment. Here's one that I found that I thought would be cute, and it says, enjoy your special day. So let's see, do I want it popped up? I think so. I think so. Still have this here. And let's just lop off a piece. Doesn't have to be exact for me. I am cool with it not being exact. And a little bit too much left over, so I'm going to take a little piece and add it. Let's add it on. Let's add it on. Here's one little piece. And here's another little piece. And let's test you out. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Okay. So here's some more release paper, but like I said, I don't really usually have much trouble with release paper. The Action Wobbler one was pretty special. So glad I'm not fighting with this one. Again, I do add the glue so I can move stuff around when it is placed imperfect, because imperfect is my middle name, and that's being kind. So let's see how we feel when this is placed down. So not good with eyeballing things, but I think that's okay. Take a look. See what you think. Have we saved this? This guy is happy to be on top of Rainbow because he's just a funny little guy. So I thought that would work out. So let's put some pressure over there and move on. So next up, we have, I believe this was the one I was going to do next. And this one is kind of falling apart as well. I may take off this piece. Maybe I'll glue it down. We'll see how I feel. But I found some pattern paper in my craft room. And I cut it down for a 5x7. I thought that went nice with this. So, this pattern paper has some gold flecks in it. Not a lot, but a little. And I kind of thought maybe that will distract from the imperfection in the watercoloring that I am unhappy with. So I'm going to put that down with a gold foil mat and see if that helps me create something that I don't hate. So here we go. Just gonna put it down, put down some glue. So this time I didn't pick up my little release papers and I got a little mess underneath me. And I will clean up that mess right after I put down this layer. Going to have to stand up to help me decide if it's in the right spot, and it's not. Definitely not in the right spot. So, oh no, I guess I didn't have enough glue on. Didn't have enough to keep it from adhering immediately. And I do have a little glue mess there, but we're just gonna keep on going. See if I can pull off a little bit of that glue mess. There you go. Pro tip, use your finger. So it's not exact all around, but it's too late to pull it, so I'm going to trim, because true to form, I just have to pick up what I dropped. True to form, I'm just gonna go with all of the little tricks that I have to fix my mistakes. So clean up that schmear, and you know what? Yeah, need to fix that. Need to fix that. So I'm gonna have to take off a sliver and take off a sliver. No one will be the wiser. Don't tell anyone. So let's move this mess that did bother me last time and bring it to my handy dandy trash. Now I'll probably have to resize the card base, because this was sized to the card base. Top and bottom, actually it looks fine. Looks fine, I'm going with it. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Yes, I am. Okay. Oh, what I don't know though, before I want to put it down, is how this is going to be placed. So I am going to take a minute. I believe this was what I was going with. And the sentiment that I had in mind was going to be this sentiment popped up. So let's see. I like it. I'll show it to you. Maybe you'll like it. And then we'll glue down. All right. So let's put this aside. And I'm going to open this way so I can remember how I want to put it down. Let's see, that'll be 30 seconds from now. Who knows if I'll remember it, but that's what I'm going to try. All right. And this way. Missing something along this edge. There. Okay, so flip this over and place it down. Wow, this tape runner just is very unforgiving. I have to keep that in mind. I don't usually use this one, but I see that just a touch and it's difficult to reposition. I don't have that issue with my other tape runner, which I usually use. It's just that it needs to be refilled. And I do have extra tape. I just don't want to refill it while I'm on screen right now. So I'll have to keep that in mind for the future. But still, I believe I got that in a good enough place. Just going to hold that down a bit and move on to putting some glue on my focal. This is the piece I'm not sure I'm going to use, but this is going to be put aside. We'll put some glue here. Yeah. Do without the tape runner in case I want to move it around. I don't need to be bothered with that. So, yeah. Going to put the glue on the piece I'm not sure I'm putting on and see how we like it. Although now I guess I don't have a choice. Okay, bring this weight off. And I believe, how did this go? Did it go this way? Did it go this way? We're going with this. Going with it. All right. Down we go. And off to my popped up sentiment. There it is. Release paper off. Now we're rolling. We are rocking and rolling. And when I'm done, I'll let you have a look at them all. And I'll ask you to let me know if you feel any of those horrible pieces of watercolor project are salvaged enough to utilize as a card. So let's see. So this birthday wishes I actually foiled to match. And I think that was a good idea. So here we go. There it is. One more. And all of the projects will be complete. And for this one, I hated it the least. I decided to use black cardstock and another full panel die, or mostly full panel die. This one is not quite as difficult to glue down. It's got some chunky pieces. So we will just lay that down by way of the thick pieces. And I think that'll work out okay. So today is Friday of the holiday weekend, Memorial Day. We're going to have some nice weather. We're going to have some rain. I hope you have some fun plans. I think we're going to barbecue. We may go to the pool. Depends on the weather. We'll definitely go to the dog park so this monster gets to let out some of his energy in a more positive way than eating my picture frames, which I am clearly not happy about, I'll tell you that. Not happy at all. And need my little pokey tool because I saw one piece that did not release. There we go. Okay. So let's see if we can get that in the right spot or close to it. Actually, I'm going to flip it because it's a little imperfection that I would prefer on the bottom as opposed to the top. But imperfection is okay with me. So let's put this down just for a minute and then glue up the focal point. Again, this is multimedia matte in a one of those fine tip bottles from Amazon. They came in a 4-pack. I immediately lost 2 of the little pins. I'm hoping to find them somewhere in this craft room. I know they're here because I don't know, well, unless I, swept away some trash and threw them out. But I'm thinking eventually they're going to turn up. I hope they don't turn up on my bare feet. However, oh, look at this. It moved. It moved. So I must have slid it when I put down my weight. So I'm going to have to see if this is going to adhere. It's still wet. So I'm going to see if I can get it down. And, did I want it this way? Yeah, I think I did. Wanted it this way. So let's see if I can get it down. I could just snip off the pieces that are hanging over too much. And see if that works. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at this little sentiment. This is a happy birthday. Maybe a little bit too small. Maybe a little bit too small. So I'll take a look. I'll lay it down before I put any adhesive on it. And if I don't like it, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to have to do some fancy cutting to get it to pop up, but let's see if I can make that happen. And that'll be the last card. So these scissors are not supposed to stick to adhesive, and yet it does. But I do like these scissors. They cut through very thick items very effortlessly, and I do have difficulty with my hands. So if that's a challenge that you have, think about the Tim Holtz scissors. I know he came out with brand new ones not too long ago. I can't speak about those. I don't have them, and I don't intend to buy them. Happy with the scissors that I have. Got some Fiskars. I have these, and I'm good. I am good to go with that. But if you have the new scissors, let me know if you like them. And let me know if there's a reason to add them to my collection. Because, you know, if there's something special that the new scissors offer, I don't think I'm going to do any sort of spring load. I'm sure I can't manage that. But if any of the new scissors that people have been trying out, there's a special reason that you find that they work so much better in your craft room than what you already had, let me know. And I'll think about it, because, oh my goodness, I have a problem adding things to my craft room all the time. So I won't blame you, although sometimes I blame the YouTube. Yes, I do. Sometimes I blame YouTube and say, hey, I was fine until I saw so-and-so, or I read so-and-so, and then I just picked it up. So there. If you do make a recommendation, the truth is you're at risk of me blaming you for picking up something new. All right, so we're gonna take a review of all of the things we put together and see if we were successful. I may decide today, I may not. Let me know in the comments if any of these cards are cards that you would give to someone, because I'm not sure if I would, but I'm not going to decide now. So let's have a look-see if this is dry and take a look at all the cards. Okay, so first up is the one we just completed. I will snip around the leaves and make sure it fits in an envelope. Here's our action wobbler guy. There you can see him go. Here's our watercolor mess. Just covered it up with a big old sentiment. And here's our foiling distraction. And that's all I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Bye-bye, YouTube.